Okay, so today we're going to do problems 31 through 44. And can you all see this okay? Number 31, what I just wrote down.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so number 31 is simplify. They give us the square root of 36 minus 2 times 4 minus 7. Okay, this equals the square root of 36 is 6 and minus 2 times 4 minus 7 is -3. And now we get 6 and -2 times -3 gives us a +6. And 6 plus 6 equals 12. Okay, number 32, still simplifying. So you have -3 plus 4 minus a -7 minus 5 squared. And this equals -3, bring down 4, negative times a -7 gives us a +7. Bring down your minus, and 5 squared is 25. So now we have -3 plus 4, which gives us 1. Bring down the +7 minus 25. 1 plus 7 is 8 minus 25. And then 8 minus 25 is -17. Number 33 is 16 plus 9 divided by 3 times 4 minus 7. Whenever you see division and multiplication, according to PEMDAS, which means the order of operations, parentheses, exponent, multiplication, and division are at the same level, and addition, subtraction are at the same level from left to right. So I want to put parentheses around the division. So this will give me 16 plus 9 divided by 3 is 3 times 4, then minus 7. So this is 16 plus 3 times 4, which is 12, then minus 7. 16 plus 12 is 28, minus 7. And 28 minus 7 is 21. Okay, 34, we have 8 minus absolute value of -3 minus 9 over 3 times -5 plus 7. And so this is going to equal, for the numerator, 8 minus, and then inside the absolute value, -3 plus a -9 gives me a -12. My denominator, 3 times -5 gives me -15 plus 7. Okay, now this equals, for the numerator, 8, and bring down this minus, and then I'm going to put parentheses because the absolute value of -12 is a positive 12. And then for my denominator, I have -15 plus 7, which equals -8. So now for the numerator, 8 minus 12 over a -8. For my numerator, 8 minus 12 is -4 over -8. The negative divided by negative is going to be a positive 4/8. And then when I reduce this fraction, they have a greatest common factor of 4. So I can divide the numerator and denominator by 4, and that gives me just 1/2. So for 34, your answer is 1/2. Mm. Okay, number 35 says write 0.6% as a decimal. So what we want to do is 0.6%. Take away the percent, and then we move the decimal 2 places to the left. 1, 2. So here's my decimal point. Fill in a 0, and then add a leading 0, which will give us 0.006. So this is 0.6 written as a decimal. Okay, for number 36, you want to write 6.1 as a percent. So we take the 6.1. We want to move our decimal 2 places to the right. 1, 2. Here's our decimal. Add your percent, and then insert a 0. So this will give you 610% for number 36. Number 37, write 0.45 as a simplified fraction. So let's first change this decimal to a fraction. So 0.45 as a fraction is, well, the biggest place value tenths is hundredths. So this is going to be 45 over 100. So the first thing to do is to change the decimal to a fraction. And now let's reduce this fraction. At 45 and 100, we at least have 5 as a common factor. So I can divide the numerator and denominator by 5. And 45 divided by 5 gives me 9. 100 divided by 5 gives me 20. And I can't reduce that any further because their greatest common factor is 1. So I know that this fraction is simplified. Okay, number 38, write the number in scientific notation. 0.123, 4 zeros, then 5, 8, 5. Well, I know I need to get this decimal point between the first two numbers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to have 5.85 times 10 to the negative 5. It's negative because my decimal was here and I had to move to the right. That's why it's negative. And then 5 because that's the number of places I had to move to get the decimal between the first two numbers. So in scientific notation, it's 5.85 times 10 to the negative 5. In number 39, write the number in standard notation. So they give us a number that's in scientific notation, and we want to change it to a decimal. So you have 4.8 times 10 to the negative 6. I'm going to have my 4.8, and since my exponent is negative, I'm going to move my decimal to the left 6 places. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here's my decimal, and then fill in zeros here. And then I'll add a leading 0 here. 0.1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, then 8. This is the number in standard notation. Okay, number 40 says a rectangular pool measures 15 feet by 20 feet. 15 feet by 20 feet. So let's let the length be 15 and the width is 20. How much fence is needed to go around the pool? So they're asking for the perimeter of the fence. So perimeter is 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. So P equals 2 times my length is 15 feet plus 2 times the width is 20 feet. And 2 times 15 is 30 plus 2 times 20 is 40. And 30 plus 40 gives me 70 feet. So how much fence is needed? 70 feet of fence. Okay, number 41. Marsha borrows $8,500 and agrees to pay it back in 4 years. If the simple interest is 17%, find the total amount she pays back. Since they're asking for the total amount she pays back, we want to use the formula. The amount is going to equal the principal, parentheses, 1 plus the rate times the time. Here my A, the amount is 8,500. The time is 4 years. And the rate is 17%, which as a decimal is 0.17. So now we substitute these in and then multiply. So the amount is going to be the principal, 8,500 times 1 plus the rate, 0.17, times the time, which is 4. Amount equals 8,500 times 1 plus calculator. 0.17 times 4, which equals 0.68. So now the amount equals 8,500 times, 1 plus 0.68 is 1.68. And now just multiply 8,500 times 1.68. And that gives you 14,280. So that's going to be the total amount she pays back. And again, because they asked for an amount of money, that's why we use this formula. If it asked for just interest, then interest would be the principal times the rate times the time. Okay, number 42. The purchase price of a camcorder is $790. Purchase price is $790. What is the total price if the sales tax rate is 7%? So sales tax is 7% or 0.07. Well, first thing we want to do is calculate the amount of tax. So that's 790 times 0.07. 790 times 0.07 equals $55.30. This is the sales tax. Now, second Total price is the original $790 plus the sales tax, which is $55.30. $55.30 plus 790 equals $845.30. Okay, number 43. During a 258-mile trip, a car used 12 gallons of gas. How many miles would we expect the car to travel on 1 gallon of gas? So on a 258-mile trip, so we travel 258 miles, and we use 12 gallons of gas. That equals how many miles would we expect? So X miles we expect to travel on 1 gallon of gas. We set up these proportions. We travel 258 miles on 12 gallons. How many miles will we travel on just 1 gallon? Now we cross multiply and then solve for X. So 12 times X gives me 12X, and 258 times 1 is 258. And now to solve for X, divide both sides by 12. I need 258 divided by 12. 21.5 is what X is, and since X represents miles, it's 21.5 miles for 1 gallon. Okay, last one. Number 44, Sally needs a new stove. One stove costs $486, while another stove costs $415. How much more expensive is the higher price stove? Well, to find that out, we're going to subtract. So we get 486 minus 415. That gives us $71. So the higher price stove is $71 greater. Yep. Let me add this part about the final exam is going to be May 12th. It's online. And I can tell you where it is now, but if you go there, you click on it's going to say not available until May 12th. But you log into Canvas, you'll go to assignments. You know what? While I'm doing, let me just show it. That'll be better. That'll be better. As I was stating, the final exam location is here in Canvas. Okay, let me access the Canvas. 301. And then go to the student view. Come to assignments. And then in the module upcoming assignments, final exam, it says not available until, but you can still click on it. It'll pop up and say final exam, this assignment is locked until May 12th at 12 a.m. Now Samantha asked a good question, and on the schedule, they give you a 2-hour window from 11 to 1. And that's the time that's set for by Collin College. But if that time doesn't work for you, you have from 12 a.m. until 11:59 p.m. May 12th to get this done. But you do have one chance at working at it, or one attempt. So pick a time that you know you're going to be able to sit down and get everything done in one attempt. But I just want to show you where the final exam will be located.
Hi.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. And so Wednesday, we'll finish everything else up and give you all at least a whole nother week to take time to go back through the videos and take your time and over the next week after Wednesday and work through each problem again just to make sure, because I think that may help reduce test anxiety, math anxiety, final stuff. But I thought that by giving you all this time, this would allow you to really get prepared and not be too anxious about it. And let me know what I can do to help. Let me know what I can do to help. Even though I stopped teaching Wednesday, I'm still here to help. So if you need me, let me know.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir.
All right, see y'all Wednesday.
Thank you.
Okay.